Stick a fork in them. The streaming wars are over. At least that's what Wall Street is saying, and you won't believe who the winner is. Well, you might. It's YouTube, with Netflix in second. And guess what? Disney now declared the forever third place. Not a single trace of hope for the House of Mouse to ever catch up with Netflix. And guess what? It turns out the reason they've lost is Star Wars and Marvel. Hello friends, hello fam, welcome back yet again. What a glorious time to spend together. And folks, we treasure every time you decide to click on one of these videos. We appreciate it. Truly, you're the gigawatts. As we dive in, click that like button, send this out across the fruited plains of YouTube. And let's dive in right now and do what we do so well, exposing Disney. Well, it has been declared. A winner is there, and it's Netflix. According to the Motley Fool financial analysts, they say that Netflix has defeated Disney in terms of streaming. It says revenue patterns reveal contrasting stories. Netflix posts consistent growth while Disney's results swing from quarter to quarter. Explore what drives the gap. Robert Izquierdo is the one who writes this one. I hear he's a little bit on the left, but it's a Spanish joke. Just ignore it. Let's go. If we go down, it's talking about
somebody got it. So anyway.
Thank you. It was a bad joke, but Netflix, it's talking about the stocks and all of that, and they don't care about Star Wars. They don't care about Marvel. So we're going to go down here. They've got their charts, Netflix versus Disney, I want to get down to the bottom of this, and they always do this with Motley Fool, so please understand it's a joke they make. Foolish take is the end of it. Got a little jester hat on. Okay, here's what it says. Contrasting Disney's revenue against Netflix tells an insightful story. Although both are in the entertainment industry, Disney's lumpy sales growth is indicative of the type of business it's operating in contrast to its rival. And of course, you all know that Disney has a very diverse portfolio, and Netflix does not. Netflix is streaming, and more streaming. Disney is cruise lines, theme parks, merchandise, and yeah, they've got streaming too. But here's the important part from the Motley Fool. It says, at the start of the streaming wars, I thought, the author did, Mr. Izquierda, at the start of the streaming wars, I thought Disney had a great shot at the streaming leadership crown. And by the way, that's what Bob presented to everybody, to the investors, that they were going to go after Netflix. They could win this thing. Why wouldn't they? They're Disney, darn it. It says it held impressive brands such as Star Wars and Marvel, as well as an iconic position in family entertainment. However, now, it's clear Netflix is the streaming winner, as its consistent sales growth illustrates. Moreover, the company is well run from a financial perspective. Not only did leave the rest alone, here's what you need to know. We are now at the point where financial analysts are saying, we thought they would win, and we thought they would win based on Star Wars and Marvel, and they didn't win. And they're not going to win. Folks, we've been telling you this, but now the investors know it's true. And if we go to Nielsen, you can see it as well over here. Top 10 from streaming for Nielsen. What do we see? Well, April 13th through 19th is the most recent data we have. What's in the top? HBO Max, Prime Video, Bluey, which is BBC, but Disney Plus has the licensing rights. Number 3 overall on streaming. Disney would claw with everything they have to get Bluey, and then they would destroy it if they could, because they don't understand it. HBO Max, Hulu, they bought Bob's Burgers. Paramount Plus, Hulu, they bought Family Guy. Hulu, they bought Grey's Anatomy. Netflix, Hulu, they bought Survivor. Okay? But Disney Plus, one thing, and they don't own it. Go to originals. What do we got here? This really is the tale. Out of originals, where's the Star Wars? Where's the Marvel? They're nowhere on here. HBO Max, Prime Video, Netflix, Prime Video, Netflix, Peacock, Apple TV. If you go to acquire, you'll find some Hulu on there, and you'll find Bluey on Disney Plus. Did you know, by the way, that if you were to stack Bluey and its watch time up against Marvel and Star Wars combined, we believe Bluey would be bigger than Marvel and Star Wars combined? Distinctly not woke, by the way. And if you go to movies, all that's on for Disney is Zootopia 2 and Spider-Man No Way Home. Everything else is Netflix. Clearly, a winner is here. And in fact, if we go to the chart for Nielsen, what do we see? Netflix all by its lonesome at 8.2%. Disney, with everything it has, everything, Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN, still at just 5.3%. They're trailing Netflix with 3 streaming services versus 1, and YouTube dominating them all. The YouTube number here should actually be bigger. It's just we're confining YouTube to its TV app only. But YouTube, were it to be allowed to be seen in all of its different varieties, would decimate Netflix and Disney Plus.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So Lou, I go to you first on this one. We now have the financial analysts agreeing with what we've been saying for so long. Marvel and Star Wars have damaged Disney, and essentially that's why they are no longer in contention ever again, as far as we can see, to take on Netflix for the streaming crown.
And the question becomes, why the hell is Disney the entertainment component in the Dow? Why not these other companies that are doing so much better?
Yep. And you're talking about the Dow 30 for folks who don't know. Disney is seen as an exemplar, and thus they are the entertainment stock in the Dow 30. And I think that a lot of folks are unhappy with that now. They've held the Dow 30 back, I believe. Yep, I'm with you.
I mean, we've compared that the Dow does enormously better than Disney, but if it didn't have Disney in it, how much better would it do?
Tremendously. I mean, if Netflix had been allowed to be the Dow 30 item, but we could go through other entertainment companies that have performed significantly better.
Skydance with the combo of Warner's and Paramount, certainly.
Maybe so.
For a broader base of offerings than Netflix has. But the other question I just was ruminating on watching all this, I wonder, we all know that the Universal Parks cannot wiggle an eyebrow about Harry Potter without approval from J.K. Rowling.
Sure.
She's very, very completely in control of that. Will the Bluey people cut the same deal if Disney wants to put Bluey in the parks?
I think they're even more in the driver's seat than J.K. Rowling ever was.
I would think so. I would think so. And so, Disney can't screw that up too bad, at least not without them being asleep at the wheel. So,
well, just so people understand, when we're talking about Bluey, because it's so hard to wrap your mind around this, it should be impossible. And I need to say that again. This should be impossible for a preschool show to reach number 3.
A show with episodes that are 5 minutes long, 8 minutes
10
long?
Yep, 10 minutes long. It should be impossible because adults will sit and binge watch, the latest, biggest thing. For a preschool show, I mean, listen, this would be like if Mr. Rogers hit number 3, not on like PBS, but if Mr. Rogers was number 3 in the world of all TV shows. That it shouldn't be possible. We love, go Sesame Street, right? Big Bird, you're cool. But Big Bird shouldn't be number 3 in the world. Bluey is. So whatever they want, I don't think Disney can afford them.
And Bluey is, in spite of the fact that you can buy the entire Bluey opus for about $10 a disc.
Yes.
Per season, I should say, not per disc. I don't know how they break it down. But I bought the first 2 seasons for one of my grand group, and it was like $10, $9.95. So why should anybody pay Disney to watch that same material when the kids it's going to be on 24/7 and they just keep watching it over and over and over and over again?
Well, I had not intended for the conversation to go this way, but I'm happy to do that. I think it's more interesting than what I had planned. Nat, I think Lou is exactly right on this. If you take out Bluey, imagine where Disney would be. The only thing that saved Disney, this is so amazing, the only thing that saved Disney as they destroyed Marvel and Star Wars is a property they don't own that is completely the opposite from where they were going. It is totally traditional. It is totally pro-family. It is conservative to the core. Bluey is. I know that's going to make some folks mad out there, but so be it.
And even though they're paying somebody else for it, it's cheaper than their homegrown Star Wars and indie stuff.
Oh, by a factor of 100. So Nat, where would they be without Bluey? How much did they blow this thing by blowing up Star Wars and Marvel?
Well, and putting it in that context, I think by now maybe they should have realized what they have actually done to all the IPs that they got and that they thought were going to save them. The fact that they ideologically allowed themselves to go to the extent to where they've gone as of now, and they've lost the audience and the trust of the parents, the people that like the fans of those other IPs that they destroyed should tell them something. But at this point, if they haven't learned, will they ever learn?
I think that's a great point. And Lauren,
will they ever learn?
And Lauren, as we look at what's happened to Star Wars and Marvel, there are the merchandise cost here is in the billions. But I don't think people factor in the streaming side of this. I don't think people realize that Disney invested in order to defeat Netflix, invested like $100 million. And they're maybe more. No, I'm sorry. Did I say million?
Yeah.
Maybe a billion.
Yeah.
$100 billion invested to defeat Netflix. And Hijacking Star Wars and Marvel ruined that. That's a $100 billion gamble hijacked by the woke mind virus that infected Star Wars and Marvel.
Well, and also they have trained the audience to go to streaming to watch their crap instead of buying the physical media or going to the theater. They've trained them to wait to see if it's worth paying the ticket price for, which is crazy. They've cut off their own legs for this stupid service, where if they were smart, they'd shut it down and they'd license their content again to the actual dominant streaming service and make residuals off of it. This is foolishness.
Well, let's talk about that real quick. That's a great point. If Disney from the beginning had said, hey, Netflix, we're going to cut you a deal. We don't want to get in streaming, okay? We got 100 different things we're doing already, and we don't want this. So we're going to cut you a deal, Netflix. Here's the deal. We're going to give you all of our Disney stuff. We demand a Disney tab in Netflix. We want priority. We're the number one tab always, but we're going to give you everything Disney, and we want to be paid every time somebody watches it. Disney would be like Uncle Scrooge. They would be on a pile of cash you can't believe, and they would be building theme parks and cruise ships like crazy. There's nothing they couldn't do. The stock might be double. It might be triple right now where it is. What a loser of a decision.
And Netflix would go for that deal in a New York minute.
Oh, yeah. But too late now.
Yep.
Too late now.
Yep.
Well, folks, the media analysts, the financial analysts, they're all in agreement now. They're all in alignment. They now finally, after so long, can you believe it? Turns out they believe what you believe. They accept what you've been saying. They see it too. And it is time to put a bow on it, for this one, folks, is a gift to everybody who wants to know exactly what's going on in the entertainment industry. And we are so joyful that you were there to receive it. We hope that you had a great time. An attitude of gratitude on this channel every single time you decide to spend time with us. As we get ready to say goodbye, we only ask a few simple things. Click that like button, share, subscribe, click it, and stick it to those algorithms. It is the notification bell. Drop a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, so waste not yours. And folks, as you get ready to head out that door, do you have a place on social media that you love to share this sort of thing? Hey, you can make this YouTube video sing by putting it out there for your friends, your family, and for those weirdos who just won't leave you alone. Folks, until the next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep having fun.